Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Black Logic. So, President Trump's executive order aiming to end birthright citizenship has hit a very significant legal roadblock because a federal judge in Seattle, of all places, John Cougaran, is issued a temporary restraining order labeling the action as blatantly unconstitutional. This moves underscore the challenges the administration faces in altering constitutional right through executive action. I wonder how people who are illegally in our country have rights, how they somehow adhere to the Constitution. And what I mean by that is that means that anyone, America is the only country that had this particular immigration law where you can come to our country on vacation illegally, doesn't matter how you got here, pregnant. And once that baby is born, that baby is an American citizen. No ifs and buts about it. And this absolutely has to stop. I don't believe there's any other country that have what they call birthright citizenship because maybe they saw the future in it, that if their country ever became more prosperous than what it already is, like America, that people would just flock there to have their babies. And then we created laws for if you have an American citizen child because you were here illegally or vacation or a work visa, then you too can become an American citizen because we don't want to break up families. So instead of sending the child to the parents, we send the parents to the child. Yeah, this was definitely planned for a lot of illegal immigrants to be in our country. There's no ifs and buts about it. Because no matter how you look at this, none of this makes any sense at all. I don't think anybody can make any sense of this. I don't think anyone can. Also, in the light of President Trump's tariff threats, the World Economic Forum in Davos, President Trump delivered a speech that sent ripples through global markets. He urged OPEC to lower the oil prices and threatened tariffs on U.S. allies, emphasizing his America First policies. This statement led to a 1% drop in oil prices, reflecting the market sensitivity to geopolitical rhetoric. No, this is not rhetoric. This is a president who's tired of America being done a raw deal. That's what this is about. This is about a president that really wants America to be in its rightful place. And some people don't like when I speak this way, but America is the most powerful country in the world, and we've been acting like we wasn't. So now we have a president say, you know what? I see how powerful we are. I know how powerful we are, but we're going to stop getting a raw deal. It's not like he's being unfair, right? That's all he wanted. He said, we need to have a fair deal. And if we're not going to have a fair deal, then we're not going to play the game. Because I looked at this forum earlier. My son was asking me what I was watching. I was like, this is Trump speaking to some of the top business owners and world leaders at the World Economic Forum. It was a very insightful question and answer session that Trump went through. A lot of it was kind of through storytelling, and I don't know if some of them seem to be very pompous. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think they got what he was getting at. But I know as Americans, we absolutely understood. Because again, we've been really dealt a wrong deal for quite some time. And now we have a president that's standing up for us. Great. Now, the Senate is facing a contentious confirmation process for no other than Pete Hegseth. I know that's not the graphic on your screen, but stay with me. It states that Pete Hegseth, President Trump's nominee for Defense Secretary, Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins have expressed opposition, citing concerns over Hegseth's experience and past statements. Now, we understand that Pete Hegseth was a former military personnel. He had a lot of allegations that came out against him from his ex-wife's sister. And then his ex-wife made statements stating that he never abused her in any form of matter, that those allegations are absolutely false. So again, he's been confirmed, and I wish I had that graphic up here for you guys. Sorry about that. But even though he was confirmed, he's still, of course, facing oppositions at other levels that may slow the progress even more. but that's where we are today. And Canada offers to help Trump as it scrambles to avert tariff war. See, a lot of people thought Trump was bluffing. They thought he was bluffing, especially Justin Trudeau, who was the former Prime Minister of Canada. And Trump talked about that conversation where, what if America stopped taking your exports of the cars that you're making? What if America stopped taking your eggs and your milk? Because we have all of those things. We don't really need your eggs or milk. Justin Trudeau, the ex-prime minister of Canada, stated that Canada will crumble, that Canada will fail. And this is why, even on the World Economic Forum, President Trump also stated that that's why it would be beneficial for Canada to be a 51st state. He's not joking. Initially, I'm not going to lie, I thought he was joking, but he absolutely is not joking. It's a tough call, very ambitious, but I like it. I like it. And I think we all should. Assessing Trump's claim that the U.S. pays unfair shares of dues to the WHO, the World Health Organization, because we do. Now, in a significant policy shift, the Trump administration has withdrawn the U.S. from the World Health Organization. This decision raises concerns about the country's role in global health initiatives and potentially implications for managing international health crisis. And I dove a little deep into this story. So I'm just going to share some information because I heard a lot of people through various news agencies stating how this is a bad thing for America. And I wanted to know why Trump did this. So as I was reading, I'm not going to bore you. Trump stated that America pays $500 million to the WHO, while China pays only $39 million. Again, America is in an unfair deal. Now, there's over 200 entities that donate money to the WHO. Now, we're talking millions. I'm talking about billions of dollars that the WHO gets every year from all the other countries. I would like to be the president of the WHO. I can only imagine how much people get paid in the WHO because all of the most powerful countries in the world are donating billions of dollars to the WHO every year. And Donald Trump stated that America donates $500 million. He was slightly off, and that China only contributes $39 million. So I'm gonna jump right down here to the graphic. Right here, let me show you. So it states here, and this is coming from NPR.org, it states that in remarks while signing an executive order withdrawing the United States from the World Health Organization, President Trump offered incorrect estimates for how much money the U.S. and China contribute to the WHO's current budget. The United States, Trump estimated $500 million. The WHO statement says you pay $706 million, so almost $1 billion. China, they stated that Trump said $39 million, but they actually pay $184 million. Now, when you do the math, don't we pay roughly $500 million when we do the ratio? Like if you subtract 184, and I do this sometimes, so bear with me. I just want to make sure the math is correct. Okay, I just want to make sure that the math is correct. But if you take 184 million from 706 million, isn't that right a little bit above 500 million? You see the difference there? So I'm playing around with numbers, okay, but I can see how he thought about it. Or initially he just threw out an arbitrary number, but nonetheless, he was still 200 million under. Like, no, America actually pays almost $1 billion to the WHO. So Trump like, nope. And I said this before, by establishing the Department of Government Efficiency and getting out of these very unprosperous contracts with organizations like the WHO and how they're planning to cut $2 trillion from the budget. Again, this can be very, very beneficial for America. And you see someone working hard at doing this very same thing. So far, so good. I haven't seen any red flags other than some of the things that the Democrats are attacking him on, but I mean, that's normal. That's normal. It also, President Trump has criticized the United States financial contributions to the international organization and how a lot of this money that's being donated to these international organizations actually funds DEI in Western countries. And Trump is saying this is illegal. Now, a lot of people thought this was kind of rolling back somehow civil rights or even parts of the Constitution that doesn't allow discrimination. So a lot of the things that he's doing with the equal opportunity, DEI, affirmative action, a lot of people are stating, oh, wow, he's rolling back a lot of civil rights. I'm like, well, civil rights is totally different than what he's doing, the Civil Rights Act. And also parts of the Constitution prevents the country from being discriminatory against people who are non-white. But again, I know people, again, we need to educate ourselves on these things. We definitely need to. Now, I have a treat for you guys. I want to share something with you guys very quickly. I don't know if you guys are familiar with my Twitter page. Twitter is a place where if you want me to be more blunt about certain topics, I'm more free on Twitter. So if you guys want to check that out. But I want to share with you my 2 responses to these 2 videos that's dealing with illegal immigrants or illegal immigration in some form or fashion. Now, this first one is from a Black American, okay? Now, in the small picture, let me blow this up for you guys. Now, in the small to your lower left here is a Black American who moved to Nigeria. The lady in the background who's giving this commentary of this video is Nigerian. And I want you guys to listen in to what she is telling the Black Americans or Americans altogether about Nigeria. Listen in.
That are moving to Nigeria. I don't understand. You guys went to Nigeria for visits, for vacation. You experienced all the bubbling and all the craziness that is going on in Nigeria. And you realize that that is the type of life that you want to move. That is what you want to do. That is where you want to relocate. If anybody who has a Nigerian breed, Nigerian blood, is doing that, we will understand. Because at some point, they will fit in. But for you guys, already you guys are very proud and pompous, living in your own country. Now you pack your bag and baggages, you relocate to Nigeria. One of you has been duped. One of you is on internet crying and saying that she packed all her bag and baggages, all her hard-earned money, relocated to Nigeria, bought lands, and everything, all her money went down the drain. The people that are over you and beyond you that has that money, they've done it to invest in Nigeria. They did not come out with anything. But you guys decided that you wanted to relocate to Nigeria. When Davido said it on social media, that African American moving back to Nigeria, you guys cannot survive because your life is not built for Nigeria. You were reading comment section when he was being bashed. And the people already know that he was saying the truth. You guys' life is not built, it's not meant for Nigeria. Nigeria has laws, but it doesn't work. It works for some people, it doesn't work for some people. And I'm very sure that you are not going to be the part of the people that Nigerian law is going to work for. You guys had better rethink, because a lot of you now are on social media and saying that, oh, we pay every month in America, in Nigeria they pay yearly, it's so cheap to live in Nigeria. Wait, una eyes go clear, una eyes go pale. You all will learn, you will learn in a hard way. You have no Nigerian blood flowing and running in you. You have no Nigerian system flowing and running in you. Even we, that we are from Nigeria, we are thinking it through 3, 4, 5 times over before we make that decision. We are even yet to make that.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. That was a lot. But basically, she was saying, you guys come to Nigeria and have a great time. So then you want to move to Nigeria, but you're Nigerian. You don't have any Nigerian blood. You don't know nothing about Nigeria. The audacity of the audacity of immigrants. You see, when you move to their country, what you're going to help their economy because you're American, we're used to spending money. She tell you that you're not Nigerian. You don't have Nigerian blood. Is it me or is that very, very discriminatory in how America don't discriminatory against immigrants? We are open arms, but you'll have people like Joe Biden tell you that America is a country of immigrants. No, it's not. That America was built by immigrants. No, it was not. There was three major groups here that built America. The white European settlers, also the enslavers, Native Americans, and Black Americans. Those who were from Africa, we're talking about almost 1,000 years ago, that came here enslaved and then started a new ethnic group that built a very large part of the foundation of America. So no. When we hear these videos like this is what I'm referring to when I'm talking about immigration. It's okay to come to America and build your life and our government works. For the most part, it works. That's why people keep coming to a very stable country. So you're fleeing your country and you're coming to America because it's stable. That is because Americans have stabilized it. But we go to your country, your laws don't work. You said it, your laws don't work. You know nothing about Nigeria. And even when we're about to do a deal, we think about it 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times because there are a lot of scams in Nigeria. And this is not just pointing out anyone from Nigerian heritage or background. This is just an example of illegal immigrants or immigrants that come to America. Now, this is what I wrote. I said, translation. This is to someone who wants to go live in Nigeria of what she was stating. This is my translation. You're not Nigerian. And we discriminate against non-Nigerians. We will scam, rob, and kill if you're not Nigerian. Our country is corrupt and our laws do not work. Why leave? And I'm talking about America. Why leave the greatest country in the world to save a couple of dollars? Good luck. Why would we ever do that? I have one more for you. Give me a second here. I want to share one more with you. Now, this one is very, very disrespectful. Okay. This one here is very, very disrespectful. It's very short. It's under 30 seconds, so bear with me. But I may play this maybe twice. Listen in.
No more Mexican food. No more cornbread. No more fucking tomatoes. No more chili peppers. No more chocolate. No more corn. No more avocado toast and spa water. No more vacations in Latin America. No more going to our beaches. You hate us so goddamn much, then you're not allowed to love our culture. You're not allowed to love our lands. Have a motherfucking day. No more Mexican food. No more cornbread. No more fucking tomatoes. No.
So, without the profanity, this is yet again someone who's probably in America who's mad at the mass deportation of people who are illegally in the country. Because here's the thing. There are Hispanic Americans that want illegal immigrants out the country too. Because don't forget, there's been a history of Hispanic Americans in America for at least 6 generations. Don't forget that people that derive from Central America, they're mostly mixed with Spaniard, okay, someone from Spain, a white person from Spain that speaks Spanish, and a Native American from various tribes like Aztecian or Tainos. Those are the majority that's in that Mexican area. What are we talking about? She act like we don't have Hawaii. We can go visit Hawaii. We have Florida. There's parts of Texas where we have beaches. Then don't get me wrong, the reason why we go to these countries is because it's very, very cheap. And they know that. So this is what I said. This is what I said on my tweet here. She stated all that. No more Mexican food. No more this. No more that. No more coming to our country. No more coming to our beaches. I said, how about no more prosperity? America is Central America's cash cow. Without us in tourism, your country will crumble. You're welcome. You're welcome. Don't you ever tell Americans that. See, here's the thing. We've been very, very easygoing. We've been very loving. We've been very open arms. Now we have someone in office who's not playing the game. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not a Donald Trump fanboy. I told you I'm very fond of the things he's doing. I like to separate the actions from the man. See, this is disrespectful because we don't want people illegally in our country. She comes out on the worldwide media and talk to Americans as if we don't support these Central American countries. Do you know how many jobs come from Americans going to Central America and Mexico? Do you know how many Westerners, would it be Europeans from all over the world? But America are the biggest consumers, and we travel the most. And we go to Mexico. Some people go to Mexico every year. I know we've been to Puerto Vallarta, Playa del Carmen, Cancun, you name it. We've been to Tulum. We just came back from Tulum. So just think about that. Why would you say don't come to your country where our tourism funds thousands of jobs in your country? You see the arrogance there. You see the stupidity that you'll come out because of your emotions and your anger, that Americans do. They no longer want people who are illegally in their country. Wow. So I said, how about no more prosperity? Yeah, no more prosperity for your country. We're your cash cow. Because without Americans and tourism, because Americans, we do a lot of business down there. I have a lot of prior Army buddies who actually went down to Mexico and bought a couple of apartments as investment properties. So without us doing business and buying your land or a property, we couldn't, they couldn't buy the land, but the property, where will your country be? She took that somewhere she shouldn't have. I don't think she thought that through. But nonetheless, I said your country will crumble, and you're welcome. She's welcome. But nonetheless, I thank you all for joining me here this evening. Please hit the subscribe button. Thank you for liking the video. You guys have a great and wonderful evening. This is Black Logic.